So hi, Local Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy Monday.
It is. It's been very productive.
Yeah.
Baked a lot of cakes today. Have even more to bake tomorrow. Just
That's
chugging
good.
along.
Wow. A lot of cakes. That's good. Yeah, it's been a productive Monday. Got a lot of emails out today.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was pretty sick. Again, no shows. I've been fucking with the coming home and playing video games vibe and not going out, not spending as much money. But that Polaris tour that went up today could take all of my money and run. It's Polaris, Bless the Fall, Thousand Below, and Nerve. What a crazy tour.
I saw that tour and I fell to my knees and I started just screaming. I couldn't believe it. I've been waiting for this one. I've been waiting for this one.
I love that it was posted on two separate occasions before the bands announced it. Starland Ballroom posted it so early. I saw it on a Facebook group, like a metal Facebook group. Somehow, some way, people caught wind of the tweet that was up for like a minute and a half. I clicked on the notification, sent it to you, and it was deleted by the time I even pasted the fucking link because it didn't even embed in my texts.
Oh shit. I was like, damn, I missed it. What was it? You're like, tour. I was like, holy shit.
You're like, they're Virginia? I'm like, I don't know. And then and then Polaris's booking agency posted it before the bands even did, because that's what I sent you was their post that went up like 10 minutes before the Polaris tour announced, before Polaris and the support bands announced it. So I thought that was nuts. But it's coming through Jersey, it's coming through Virginia. I enjoyed the last Polaris record, as I also enjoy Bless the Fall and Thousand Below, and have been hearing a lot about Nerve, but haven't looked into them. I don't listen to Polaris on the regular, really any of those bands on the regular, but any metalcore tour like that coming through Starland Ballroom usually gets my support in some way because I want them to book more like that. So I'll probably be there solely because I want more.
I will be there because I love Thousand Below.
Yeah.
But I would also like to see Polaris live because I do remember liking that record a lot.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Their last headlining tour was, last fall, US headliner, and the rooms were, big, but they were like 1,000 cap because, they played the TLA Boo in Philly, which is 1,000 cap room. Whereas the venue they announced in Richmond and by me is 2,000.
Huge.
Yeah, at least. So
National is fucking massive.
Yeah, but that's super cool to see. But also coupling them with a band like Bless the Fall that does 1,000 cap rooms on their own is quite the massive tour. It's cool to see Bless the Fall back in the saddle, because they headlined, what was it, last year, for an anniversary, but then they kind of went radio silent. They dropped that single, but hopefully that means new music, because
a tour,
but ISU Stars came back, dropped a couple of singles, and then fucked off, and they're continuing to tour, and there's no sign of a record there, so who knows.
Shit, hopefully that's not like a trend that's gonna happen and continue. That would kind of fucking suck.
But hoping for more tour announces. I don't think that the last time we did the podcast, MOTHICA was going to announce a tour the next day. She had posted about it. Now it's officially announced. Philadelphia, I will see you there. Very excited for that. And what's crazy is, I don't know how, also announced a tour, and they will be in the big room that MOTHICA is playing, the small room, the same day.
Oh shit! So you can kind of bounce back and forth if you wanted to.
No, unfortunately, no.
Damn. Oh.
I would need tickets for both.
Damn.
But that is crazy. Because my girlfriend texted me. She was like, "Do you want to see, I don't know how, for your birthday?" I'm like, "We're already going to be there for my birthday. We're seeing MOTHICA in the small room." But I don't know how we'll be at Starland Ballroom. Thank God. So that's good. Yeah.
So you aren't missing them.
No.
Good.
Good. That tour's not coming to Virginia, right?
No, and if it was, actually, no, they are. I think they're playing the National again.
Yeah.
But I will not be going because I, unfortunately, was not the biggest fan of the last record.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like everybody in our circle was really into 1981 extended play, and then the sound changed, and no one's gotten on board with it, like, except me.
Yeah, no, it's literally just you, which is great. I am so happy you love them. Christ, dude. Love them though.
Yeah.
Love him though.
Yes. But coming up for me, I've got my friend Range Life, Mike. He'll be playing in Asbury in a couple weeks. I'll be there. And then I've got A Day to Remember in a couple of weeks as well, with The Story So Far and 4 Years Strong, which I'm very excited about. Not so much about The Story So Far, although it's been so long since the last time I've seen them. I'm going to give them another chance.
Yeah,
I might even listen to their new record. Okay, I'm willing to give them a second chance. It's been since 2019 since the last time I've seen them, and hopefully it was just an off day. I'm over my hatred for the band solely based on the one live performance I saw. All right, so we'll see what happens. Remaining cautiously optimistic on that one, but I am excited for 4 Years Strong and for A Day to Remember. But that's the end of the month.
Yeah. Ages away.
I'll be here before I know it.
Yeah, true. I don't think I have anything yet. I mean, I might be seeing Alpha Wolf, Dayseeker, Ages Away. I might not do that show. I don't know what's going on. I might try to see Baby Metal. Did you see that tour get announced?
Yep.
Baby Metal and Scene Queen. Yeah. So I might try to see that, but it is all the way in Richmond, so it's like a little bit of a hike. And I love Baby Metal, but I don't know a lot of their songs. So it's kind of like, do I try to, race time and get into them as quickly as I can before the show, or get into them after the show and then be mad that I didn't get into them before the show? Or just not do the show at all.
It's a coin flip here.
I don't know, but it's like Baby Metal in that small of a room. I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
Because they're in the National, which is the same one that so I don't know, because I always see them playing massive festivals. So like with thousands of people. So I'm like, I feel like I have to see them where they're like fucking 5 feet away from me.
Yeah.
It's fucking Baby Metal, dude. Like, come on. And what if they play fucking Rat-tat-tat-tat? Like, I can't miss that.
I would just like to say, for the people that watched our last episode, that song has been stuck in my head since we talked about it.
It's so good.
It keeps coming on Spotify, like, after I finish whatever I'm listening to. It's been on Octane a bunch, and I listen to Octane now. So, yeah, I've been... that song's been stuck in my head.
I love it so much. I gotta put it on after this. I love it so much.
Yeah. So, but we've also got some releases to talk about. It was a weird couple of weeks because we weren't live last week either. Not really any records, but enough deluxe and companion albums to really get your filling if that's your kind of thing. Bad Omens dropped their companion record to the last one. This one's called Concrete Jungle, the OST. So this is, a remixed deluxe live, little bit of everything, new songs, the whole kit and caboodle.
Everything you could want
to kind of go as the B-side to The Death of Peace of Mind.
Yes.
Which is an interesting concept. 26 tracks, and yeah, it's certainly something.
An hour and a half,
and a lot to take in for sure. Listen to it a couple of times.
Yes, there's a lot there, and it's a long album, and it is some killer, but some filler.
Good chunk of filler.
Good, lot of filler. Yeah. Some killer, lot of filler.
Yeah.
I I liked, obviously I fucking love Van, Violence Against Nature. Incredible song. Possibly my favorite Bad Omens track ever. And I love hearing Noah do Poppy's part when Poppy isn't available to do her vocals.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great Bad Omen song. I think it's a great Poppy song. Overall, just incredible. The Wargasm song was also incredible. I was very happy to see Wargasm on here and happy to see that the song was incredible. It was a great feature. The Era song wasn't my favorite, but it was still good. I did like that, even though it's kind of a half album, I guess. I would count it probably as an EP if you take out a lot of the interludes and little fuzzy parts that they put in. I think it would be counted as an EP or a longer EP or a very, very short album. But I did like that they added little interludes or kind of little like intros, outros, whatever. I did like the Iris.exe, a familiar name, after we listened to the See Space Cowboy album. So that was kind of cool seeing them from this album into a fucking massive project. It was like, damn, that shit happened overnight. My God. I mean, it probably didn't, but from my perspective. How did you feel about, then we'll move on to the other stuff. How did you feel about the new tracks?
The new tracks were definitely my favorite part of the listening experience, and kind of why I was coming to this record in the first place. Took me a second to understand the idea. When they dropped Van, I was like, what do you mean Bad Omens put out a song and Noah wasn't on it? Like, I was one of those people online. I'm like, ridiculous. Fucking nerds, bunch of losers. This is dumb. But it very quickly grew on me, and it was just like that initial shock of like, it's a Bad Omens song, but it's not. Noah. It's not Noah, although he's obviously still involved in the process. So I thought that was, a really unique idea, and it somewhat continued. They allowed the features to really take control of the song, and it be a true collaboration between the two projects, and it not just be Bad Omens and then Era or Poppy, like just doing their thing on a verse. Each song kind of allowed the featuring act to really have a say and kind of make it theirs, and it kind of feel in a small way their style, although it still be at its core a Bad Omens song. So that means I really enjoyed Van and Anything More Than Human. I really liked the song with Wargasm as well, and I thought The Drain was really cool. Nervous System as well. Basically, the songs with the features, although wasn't a huge fan of Terms and Conditions. It was very repetitive. I liked the callback to other songs off of Death of Peace of Mind. What Noah was saying on the track was callbacks, but it just felt very repetitive. It was just a lot of the track name being said, and I was like, that's enough, especially cool. So early in the record. Now, Digital Footprint should fuck off.
Okay. Yes.
If I wanted to listen, my problem is not that it's an electronic song that clocks in at almost 5 minutes, because I do enjoy electronic music. My problem is that it just didn't go much of anywhere, and then
didn't add anything.
Went on for way too long. The purpose of the track didn't even have to be that it adds anything to the record other than just being an electronic interlude in the record.
Filler.
But the track did not go literally anywhere for 5 minutes. Like, it was basically the same thing, and that was the track. And that was my problem, is that it felt like a poor execution of what was attempted. But, that then leads into Nervous System, which is also, you know, an electronic focused track that I thought was done well. So they can do it well. I just don't think Digital Footprint was the move.
No.
And, you know, Even is one of the only songs on here that are new, with just them, you know, at their core. And then, you know, we had other songs on here that don't have features that were more so interludes and electronic elements. But I thought Even was cool, a little slow, but, you know, welcome in this sea of like just what the fuck is going on in the first third of this record, we'll say. But overall, I think that the features were picked well. The artists that they worked with were picked well, and I think that they all did the job that they were supposed to do. Whether I liked the song or not, I thought that each artist, you know, really shined through and did what they needed to do, and also put in their own flair into the record or into the song, and really was allowed to shine, which I commend Bad Omens for. I think that, you know, what they did here is a unique idea and not something we see every day. So yeah, that I mean, I enjoyed the first third of the record for a good chunk of it.
Yes, agreed. I liked the features that I shared. I need more time with the other ones. I agree with you on Terms and Conditions, where it was just kind of like one of the ones where off the bat I was like, I'm not sure if I like this one. But I mean, I'll give it time. I'll give it time. Now, on to the middle part of the record.
The remix portion.
Yeah, so they do a bunch of remixes. They basically do what Paramore did earlier this year, was it? Yeah, where they got different artists, bands to remix their more popular songs. For Paramore, they did the entire album, but for Bad Omens, they did their top songs. So Death of Peace of Mind was on there twice, Bad Decisions, Just Pretend, Artificial Suicide, of course, and then The Gray. So I saw these because for the first two, it's Artificial Suicide, and then in brackets Unzipped, and then The Gray in brackets Unzipped, featuring 1,000 Below, a band that we literally just spoke about 5 minutes ago. Big fan of that band. I love that band. So seeing that feature got me excited as I was still going through the first third of the record. So I was like, oh my god, they got fucking James on 2 tracks. This is gonna be fucking awesome. Getting to the song, Artificial Suicide, I was very disappointed because James is not featured on the song. He might have remixed it. I mean, the band 100% remixed it because that's why they're fucking featured. But it's not. It's a Paramore feature where it's basically just it's a Paramore style feature where it's this band isn't on it, but it's their remix of it, which is so disappointing because I was hoping for a James feature because Noah featured on the title track 4,000 Below's last record. So I was like, oh my god, they finally got the trade-off. They did not. The Artificial Suicide one kind of pissed me off a little bit because it's just the song in like ×2 speed. There's no like any flair or any beat drops or anything like fucking crazy in it. And it was disappointing because I was like, okay, I really like Artificial Suicide. Like that song goes incredibly hard. So I was like, okay, I'll fucking listen to like a fucking bass boosted, like remix, like record scrap, whatever the hell you want to throw in there. There was none of that. The Gray, it didn't hit me. Again, we don't like remixes, you and I. So it's kind of like we're going into it, and after the first song, I was like, oh no, it's a remix album, fuck. The rest of them, I wasn't a big fan of. Because I'm not a remix person. I like the original song or nothing at all.
We've elected to stop covering remixes for the most part, unless it's like in a deluxe record or part of a record that we're talking about like now.
or just looks fucking crazy. Like, if Fred Durst is fucking remixed on like a poppy song, we're gonna listen to that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
But we're very selective with our remixes because typically it just boils down to not our thing. So, you know, I'm glad that this portion of the record was small. It didn't it did not take up a large chunk. I mean, you know, the two biggest chunks were the first half where it's the new stuff, and then the second half, which was the live tracks. This only is 6 songs. Wasn't a fan of the unzipped versions because, as you said, it kind of just felt like the songs were sped up. And not much was added in ways of production or remixing. I liked the second Death of Peace of Mind remix.
By So Wiley?
Yes, I thought that one was cool. The first one, you know, was fine, but I really enjoyed the second one. And I also thought that the Bad Decisions Lo-Fi was cool because I think that song works well in that style. I think they picked, you know, they picked a good song off of the record to do a lo-fi version of, because that song is already on the slower side, so you strip it back even more and turn it into the lo-fi style. I thought it was cool, and I'm not a huge fan of lo-fi either. That's not my go-to.
It's very out of character, yeah.
Yeah. And then the Just Pretend credits thing was not my favorite, but overall I did not like come out of the remix portion of this record with a visceral hate like I do on some remixes or that remix portions.
Was difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you know, where they just like completely deconstruct the song and then it's totally different besides one line like from the chorus that is the only reason why they were able to title it that. Like, that didn't happen here, which made it like,
yeah, they were still recognizable.
Yes, they're recognizable. The only things that I really, you know, came away with like not even pissed off about, but just like this is pointless, were the unzipped versions, where it's like if I wanted to listen to it on 2x speed, I would just go on YouTube and click the little gear icon and go on 2x speed. But that has never been a thought in my mind.
Never. I don't understand. And also, I was hoping, because once it kind of clicked that these are remixes, okay, I was hoping for Sullivan King, because I saw Sullivan King in he opened for Avenged Sevenfold, and he did have a dubstep or electronic, I don't know what the fuck. He had a remix of Death of Peace of Mind, and it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Might have been because I was in a crowd and I was hearing it and seeing the visuals and shit. But I remember being like, oh, this is like the first remix of a song that I know where I'm actually like, oh, this is actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
I wish he was featured on this record, because that would have at least been the one song that I came away with like, oh, I really liked that one. Studio version, it was still good. It wasn't just because I was in a crowd with people. I feel like that was a missed opportunity, because he's big in the alternative community. So it's kind of weird that he wasn't on here, but I mean, I guess they already had 2 Death of Peace of Mind remixes, so maybe really 3 would be too much.
Yeah, but honestly, my favorite from this portion was the Bad Decisions Lo-Fi. I just think that idea was executed flawlessly. And then moving on to the live portion of the record, where there's not much to say other than
I don't have anything.
I think that honestly they kind of nailed what I want from a live record. Like, there's not a lot here, which is good, because like for me a live record is like an experience. Like, it is not something that I just throw on to listen to in the background. Like, it is very much an active listening experience for me, because I want to like try to feel it as much as possible. Where you can absolutely do that with this, but I also feel like this could take the passive listening route, because it is not as long. It's not so daunting. A lot of live records are 25 fucking songs when we're talking about a headlining set and you know it's being recorded. It's a long fucking thing, and you get every bit of it, where you get the interludes and the talking and all that shit, and it's like, now I'm listening to a podcast. Whereas like here you got little bits and pieces of that, like right before Like a Villain, there's a little bit of talking in the beginning, but then it goes right into the song, and it's just like, I think that they nailed it but I also know what their live show is like and the feeling that it gives me hearing their songs live, and I think it translated very well, giving you that live feeling without making you feel like you have to do the whole live experience with them. It's more so like selective snippets, and I think they nailed it. I actually enjoyed the live portion of the record, especially Van. That song's crazy, but just cool to hear these songs off this record, like live. I thought that the live recordings themselves were really solid, just the right amount of like crowd interaction, while also the band very much being front and center. Like Van, you can hear the fucking crowd at the beginning screaming Violence Against Nature, which is so fucking cool, but you don't hear them the whole time.
Thank God.
Like it's everything was selective, and it felt like there was some intention behind it, not just like, we just want to tack on live tracks to the end of this. And I can, again, respect that. There's a lot of respect for the band and the way that this idea was executed, just through and through, even if there were parts of it that I was less than fond of. But yeah, I think that they nailed the live portion as well.
Great. That was a solid review. I'm like, damn.
Wow.
No, he's right. Yeah.
And I do like that they broke up each section of the record with an interlude.
It wasn't just
some of the interludes I was like, could we have added a little bit more sound, especially like that's mainly throwing at the opening track of the record, the opening interlude, for it's called Beat Death. It just like, it feels like I'm sitting in a minute of silence before the record starts, because it's very quiet, and
did I start the record?
Exactly. I was like, is my phone loading? Like,
it's happening here.
What's wrong here? But yeah, overall, I thought that the idea itself was executed very well. I think there's some solid takeaways on the first third of the record. Not much, although I think that the live tracks were executed well. Not much for me to revisit for the rest of the record, just because not a big remix guy, not a huge live guy, like sitting down to listen, even though I thought these were done well. But definitely some cool tracks on the first third, and overall definitely an ambitious idea, and I think that they did it well. Very daunting though to sit down and listen to.
It is a bit scary to sit down and listen to an hour and a half record. That was half of our playlist today. Like, genuinely, our playlist was 3 hours long, and this was an hour and a half. Because I was like, why is it so long? There's like nothing. Okay.
It's a lot there.
A lot there. Animate dropped a deluxe version of their album Heavener, and then in parentheses it says definitive. This was a great addition. I fucking loved all these tracks. It's 4 new songs, and 3, and then a reimagined version of Without a Whisper. I don't know, How We Used to Say Goodbye, Sleepless Deathbed, Heavener. I thought they were all fucking killers. I have no notes, really. I solid shit.
Yeah, these songs were incredibly solid. I liked the record, when we heard it. But then it, there was a lot of hype around the band at that time, but there was just so much coming out in the months, after that, even in that time frame, where it kind of, I was hyped on the band, but it kind of just like fell off to the wayside as I went. I was very into Avatar, and then it went into Currents, like basically just like flowed
it's one like hit after
other.
Hit. Yeah.
I spent a bunch of months with Avatar, and then just the rest of the year with Currents. So like, there was time for other records, but my main listening focus was on those two. For new records, we're on those two for a good chunk of the year. So this was unfortunately like a blip in my radar, which pisses me off. But after seeing them open for Beartooth is when it was just like, there you go. Like that was the piece that was needed to click with the band, because like I was stoked on them, but I was still like, I get it, but I don't know if I get it all the way. Like, why are people going so crazy over this band? Like, the music's good, but I feel like I'm missing something. And then I saw them live, and like I had seen them open for Currents, and I was like, yeah, this is good. But Currents record just came out. Like, I was not in the headspace to take in a whole new band. I'm over here fanboying over Currents.
Exactly, yeah.
So they had progressed so much live since then. They had done a shitload of touring since then, and they were just like a totally different live band when I saw them open for Beartooth. So I have jammed the record a lot more since then. Like, I came home the day after that show and listened to that record on my way to work. Like that, I was like, yes. This, like, it was like finding a new band. I was blown away.
I fucking love that. Yeah.
But I think that these songs are some of the strongest songs just from this album cycle in general.
That's fair, yeah.
Like, my favorite song is still Immolation of Night. Hands down, that song is fucking bonkers. And it's strange because it's like the sore thumb on the record, because it's like the heaviest song on the record, the bounciest song on the record. But I really enjoyed all of these songs, and I thought that, again, they did a very good job. Another band doing a very good job of picking which song to strip back. Without a Whisper has that feeling already, and I think that they nailed it by picking that one to be the reimagined song. But How We Used to Say Goodbye was the only, like, quote unquote non-single. The other two had been seen as singles earlier, but overall, I enjoyed all of these tracks, blown away, and I am officially understand why people are so excited about this band, even though I already kind of did. Talking about them now allows me to explain that, yes, everybody, I am officially on the train. Choo choo.
Yep, you're a fan. Yay! Yay!
But yeah, I still I think Heavener, the title track, quote unquote, is my favorite of the three new songs. But overall, I enjoyed this little deluxe edition. Well, welcome edition. I liked it.
Yes, it wasn't an hour and a half long, so it was definitely.
From Ashes to New dropped the deluxe edition of their album Blackout. Very, very fun. Couple of new songs on here. You got the real. They really hit the gamut on this one. They checked off every single box of what you expect on a deluxe album. You got the feature on the song that was already on the record. You had that twice. You got the new song with the feature on it. You got that on here. You got the new song without the feature. Boom. You wanted that? You got it.
There it is.
Remix? Boom. You got it. And the acoustic version. They checked every box. So, Barely Breathing was on the record. Now there's a version with Against the Current. And then Monster and Me was also on the record. And now you've got a version with Yellow Wolf.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Nightmare has the Sullivan King remix that Glory wanted Bad Omens to have.
Yes.
Hate Me Too has the acoustic version. One Foot in the Grave is the new song with Aaron from Of Mice and Men. And Live Before I'm Dead, in parentheses, Hours, is the new song that's just theirs. So there's a lot to unpack here. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this, and then if you have more to add on. I liked the album. The deluxe tracks are not my favorite, but they're deluxe for a reason. They aren't supposed, they're an addition. They aren't the whole thing. They aren't the whole product. It's kind of like, hey, we made these too, so if you like them or not, it's fine. It doesn't impact the album. Barely Breathing with the Against the Current feature not my favorite. I mean, I wasn't a fan of it. That's
Fair
just
enough.
it.
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's
Yeah.
not for me. Um, One Foot in the Grave, with Of Mice and Men, Aaron from Of Mice and Men. I thought it was okay.
Mhm.
It was definitely a step in the right direction after the Barely Breathing feature. Live Before I'm Dead was my favorite off of this deluxe edition. I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
Monster and Me, I thought again was just kind of okay.
Mhm.
The Sullivan King remix, I am a Sullivan King fan. Kind of like a low key one. I don't listen to him, but like if I see he's like on an alternative
You
album, I'm
support it.
like, oh, this shit's gonna be good because
Yeah.
he knows that he's good.
Yeah.
He can do his job. He's
Mhm.
incredible. And the acoustic track was an acoustic track. I thought it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it felt kind of, again, it's a B-sides record. It's a deluxe record, so it's not the album,
Mhm.
but it wasn't one of those situations where we're like, dude, the best shit is on this B-sides.
Mhm.
Why didn't they put this on the record? It's like, I can understand why this wasn't included on the record. I can understand. I don't know. It was just kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, it's there. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the Barely Breathing feature has been blowing the fuck up. Like
Really?
that song. Like I think on the weekends they do like the Big Uns countdown on Octane, and it just so happens to be when I'm out like door dashing and whatnot. So I enjoy listening to it. I'm like, just to see what's in the hard rock countdown. And this song has been like number one every week. And
really?
My problem is not even the feature itself. It's the way that it opens. It feels so fucking abrupt and does not feel like it should be a single.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, I think we said that when it first came out.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, this is just weird.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't like it before, and I still don't like it.
Like I haven't listened to the record in a minute, and it's not like I don't even have a problem with the song itself or the song having Chrissy on it. Like that's not my problem. My problem is solely the fact that I clicked play on this and it felt weird starting out.
Yeah. There was no like it's starting out.
It's just like boom, and like it just felt awkward, and even like it just like it feels like empty for like 1 second too. I don't know. I can't fully describe the feeling, but it just feels weird to me as a single. Just like something about it, like there is something that was flowing into something that got lost when it was made a single, and that's my problem, not even the feature. I think that the feature is fine. It's cool to see Against the Current in the hard rock and metalcore space, because they're a great band. One Foot in the Grave, I think that this song's super cool. I think that Aaron from Of Mice and Men is a great vocalist. Makes a lot of sense on this song. Live Before I'm Dead was also my favorite. I thought that they crushed it.
Absolutely.
Definitely makes a lot of sense in the context of the record. I think it could have fit on if it had to, because I know we didn't open with this, but we were both fans of the record when it came out.
Yes.
And there were a lot of bangers on there, and I can see how this one didn't make the cut because all of the songs on there were bangers, but this one also could have totally made the cut because it is also a banger. The Monster and Me feature I thought was cool because I actually remember Monster and Me being one of my favorites off of the record. So seeing that again was a welcome surprise. And I would just like to say that the two features that were added to existing songs, not always a huge fan when bands do that, but I didn't hate either of these. Like I thought that the vocalists that were picked made sense, and added to the song and didn't make the song feel awkward, because it's very easy for that to happen and then it just feel weird. Whereas these felt somewhat natural, which was cool.
It made sense.
Yeah. The Nightmare remix, Sullivan King, was fine. And then I thought that Hate Me Too, the acoustic, I thought that was a cool song to kind of strip back. And it is acoustic, but there were more elements than just vocals and an acoustic guitar, which I very much appreciated, because there were more layers to the song. which I liked. The total stripping back of the song is sometimes where my problem comes in with the acoustic, where it's literally they take that word and then they just use the acoustic guitar and the vocals and they take that shit to heart. Whereas this one, there were more elements than just that, and it was still stripped back, but it wasn't just like what the word acoustic, when you put acoustic in front of, like, in the song name, typically means. So I thought that it was cool. I thought, it was a good pick to be made acoustic. So overall, I, again, enjoyed this deluxe, and I was just, glad to see new life again breathed into this record, because this band, off the back of this record, has been blowing the fuck up, doing crazy shit. Like, what was funny was when that Set It Off tour got announced, you were like, From Ashes to New is big enough to be direct support. I'm like, yeah, dude. But I had said the same thing to you and on the podcast when I saw them open for Memphis Mayfire, and I didn't realize how big they were then and how many people there were there for them.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird. It's like we went to bed and they were a little band, and then it's like we woke up the next day and they're fucking direct support for massive bands, and it's like, whoa, when the fuck did you get to that level?
And on the note of massive bands, Nothing More is headlining and taking Set It Off and From Ashes to New out as the support. When the fuck did that happen?
At least it's not Nothing Nowhere,
Thank God. I saw Nothing More supposed to co-headline with Asking Alexandria, but Asking Alexandria dropped off 2 hours before doors, and I was already at the venue because Danny had something going on. I couldn't remember. I can't remember if it was ears or throat or both, but something that was keeping him from being able to sing. And it's just crazy to me that, like, Set It Off is now headlining that room with From Ashes to New as direct support, and then those two artists before that tour starts are supporting not Nothing Nowhere, Nothing More. Like, again, it's like I'm gonna have another Kubla Khan moment where no one fucking told me that these bands were blowing the fuck up, and I've been paying attention to them.
Exactly, like, they're on our radar 100%, but it's still just like, whoa, what the fuck? When did that happen?
Yeah,
Kubla Khan still confuses me, because it's like they feel like that's
an anomaly.
Still a small band, but then it's like they're fucking direct support for
not direct support, but they're second of 4 on the Lorna Shore tour, which is massive.
Lorna Shore tour, yeah. It's fucking wild. Yeah. It's just wild. I don't understand. Happy for them. So happy for them. But it's just kind of like, whoa, slow down, guys. Slow down. Damn. Hands Like Houses dropped a new EP, Strato. I told you it was real.
You were right.
Told you.
You were right.
Great EP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah,
these songs, I just enjoyed these songs when they were dropping as singles more than the last EP when that was rolling out and turning into an EP. This again was 3 singles that then rolled into an EP with a 4th new song. I was just enjoying those songs more. Not to say that the last EP was bad. I very much enjoyed that. But this is a little bit more of a rockier side than the last EP. So I'm here for it. You know me. The more riffs, the better.
Exactly. Bring on the riffs.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of all 4 of these tracks, but I think my favorites are Panic and Wildfire. They're very, very good tracks. But overall, I thought the entire EP was super strong. Came out swinging with 4 bangers, and they're playing the singles into EPs game, which I hope turns into an album at some point. But every single song has honestly felt like a single, which as much as I don't like that method, if that's what's going to happen, we don't know. It's just there's 8 songs out there now. And no sign of anything, and there's 2 EPs now. But either way, they're playing the single into EP game right now, and whether or not that turns into a record, there are a lot of strong songs out there, because there have not been a single sleeper song yet. So, but I very much enjoyed this EP. I enjoyed these songs. Stoked for more. Hoping for a record at some point.
I completely agree. I liked this record as well. It's funny how you named Panic and Wildfire as your favorite, because my favorite's 24 Hour and Hollow. So you have the bottom half and I have the top halves.
It's okay. We don't have to share this time.
Exactly. Yay, yay, yay. I don't have to we don't have to fight to the death now. But yeah, I fucking love this EP. As you said, it's like every song feels like a single, because I mean, two
They're
out of the
dropping as them.
8
Yeah.
have been great songs. I don't know, it's such a short EP. It's such a small little packet of songs. I would like more. I would like a full length. Can we not do the Hayley Williams approach where you just turn these EPs into an album and call it a day? Can we get a full length of new stuff? That, if that's not too much to ask, please, I'm begging you. But yeah, other than that, I really like this EP a lot. Yeah. And I'm happy it's finally here.
Hell yeah. Yeah. You called it a while ago with the first single. You were like, I think the next EP is called Strato. And I'm like, you're probably right. Yeah. Because why would that just be written on the fucking cover art for 24 hours?
Exactly. You're like, come on, man. Come on.
4 Year Strong dropped their new single Uncooked and announced their new record coming out on August 9th. Very excited for that. This song fucking rips. And I love 4 Year Strong, and I'm excited for more, and I'm excited for a full length because it's been so long.
I fucking loved this song. This was the first song on the podcast playlist. Incredibly strong start. I loved it a lot, actually. It was fast. It was a little silly. It was a little crazy. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan, yeah. TX2 dropped a new single, Swing at Me. TX2 cooked with this one.
Yo, a little bit.
This shit is incredible. I really like this one a lot. I mean, I like majority of his songs. I think he's only had maybe one or two where I'm kind of like, this isn't my favorite, but it's still catchy. I can still, tap my little foot to it.
Yeah.
But this song, dude, I need to be in like the fucking pit for this one and just like wail on someone,
Yeah.
Love it. Big fan of this song. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of the sonic direction that has been going with these singles since the EP. They've been getting it's not like super duper heavy, like we're not breaking necks here, but it is getting heavier sonically, and I'm here for it because I think that he, just the songs thrive when they're heavier. Like my favorites off of the EP were the last EP were the heavier tracks. So just stoked for that. But yeah, he's killing it. This song's great. Stoked for more. Hoping for an album at some point, and need him to come back to New Jersey because that was crazy. That show is bonkers.
I need to fucking see him live. And Black Wedding was my favorite song off. I think was it your favorite song as well?
Probably. Yeah, I'd have to go.
It was the heaviest song on the record. Yeah. And I remember hearing it for the first time when we got the advance and being like, he needs to do more of this shit. I'm happy. We might have said that in the interview. I'm not saying the reason. I'm just happy that it's happening.
Yeah. We manifested it.
We manifested it because this is where he belongs. This kind of upbeat fucking nails, fucking dragon. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. It sounds fucking good. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Very happy with this song.
Oh yeah. MOTHICA dropped her new single, The Reaper. This is probably my favorite single so far.
I was gonna say this is the best single that she's dropped for this album. It's so fucking woozy, pop, alt. It's like, oh my god. And then when I mean, it's not like it's dressed up or anything where it's like, oh my god, what is she talking about? Who's the Reaper? It's like once it clicks that like she's talking about death, it's like, damn, this shit is it's incredible. I really like this song a lot. Like, I've listened to this one a lot.
Yeah, if you want to cry, you absolutely can. But if you want to dance, the synth beats on here
Oh yeah.
You could get some toe tapping, ass shaking, however you want to move, whatever you see fit to this song as well, and completely ignore the music, the instrumental, or not the lyrical content of the track, whichever you want to do. But from the first time I heard this song, it's one of my favorites, hands down, and my favorite single. So, and he's just one of my favorite MOTHICA songs in general. I think I've been really fucking with this one. But stoked for more, stoked for this record to be out in August. Still a ways away, got a bunch of singles to go, but that's all right. And stoked for the tour, to finally see her. Because I wanted to, you know, she was on the radar, but I really wasn't listening to her. I was just like fascinated by what she was doing when she was on tour with Coheed and Dance Gavin Dance, and I didn't go because I was like, I like what she's doing, but I don't listen to her, so why am I gonna? And I didn't really like Dance Gavin Dance at the time. Coheed, I had seen them already, so it's like, that's fine. So I'm just like, why would I go for 30 minutes for someone that I don't even listen to? I just like what they're doing on social media. Should have fucking went. Took a little while longer than I wanted to finally see her, but it's happening, man. So that's all that matters.
You could have heard Synergy live, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? Holy shit. Oh my god. Throat and Capstan dropped a new single, Endless Emptiness. I love Capstan. I do like Throat. I wasn't a big fan of this song. It was a little, I don't know. I wasn't a fan.
It's fair enough, man. I thought the song was cool. Throat was on the Capstan record. So it's like, it's fitting to just see because this dropped the week after the Capstan record. So we're talking about it then a week after it dropped. So this dropped 2 weeks ago. So it was cool to kind of just see the flip flop right away. Like, you know, we had Throat on the record, now we got Capstan on the Throat song, you know. But I thought it was cool. I'm a big fan of both of these bands, so I thought, you know, the pairing again made sense. It made sense on the record, makes sense again here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A Day to Remember dropped their new single Feedback.
I liked it.
Me too. Thank God, because I was going to fight you, dude.
I was worried I was looking at it. I kept side eyeing it because I was like, are we gonna fucking fight? Is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be it?
Listen, the people that don't like it are the ones that expect A Day to Remember to be doing the same thing they were doing 10 or 15 years ago. And it's very obvious that they're not going to do that anymore. You're Welcome was a shift. Definitely a shift. Miracle step back in the right direction, but was still like, it's heavy, but like, and cool, and a lot of the fans liked it, but it was like, are they going to keep doing this? You know, and then it turns out that was a standalone track. You know, it said it in the press and whatnot, you know, with the release of this song, it started coming out in the press. So this is presumably the start of whatever is going to be next. And hey, listen, I like what A Day to Remember used to do. I like some songs off of You're Welcome. I like Miracle, but this song is fucking catchy, and I think that people just have to take a step back, listen to the song without all the preconceived notions of what you want the band to sound like, because I think that is honestly where some of the hate for You're Welcome came from. There are some genuinely bad songs on there, but but there are also some decent songs. The more I think about it, you can look at me like that all you want.
I'm gonna keep doing.
Yeah, you can look at me like that all you want.
I was with you with this single, but
there were genuinely terrible songs on that record. But I think that there are also some songs that have aged better than what people initially said about the record. And I've even seen, you know, the anniversary was not that long ago, and I even saw some responses change as the album has been out there longer. The world just was not ready for what and it also didn't help that album was like in quote unquote development hell for way too long, and the expectation was there for a record that took way too long and then wasn't what people wanted. So it was like the double whammy. But I digress. We're not talking about that record. If everybody would just take a step back and listen to this song and understand how fucking catchy this entire song is.
It is, yeah.
Everything from the first note into the last note has got me shaking ass and bouncing my head. And there's like half a breakdown in the song, and I don't even care, because the chorus is so goddamn catchy, and it's such a fun listen that I have been enjoying the ever living hell out of this song. And I'm honestly okay if, you know, as much as I want, you know, presumably a record to be heavy, if it's like this and it's like just catchy, like basically hard rock songs, I'm fine with that.
I could live with that.
Yeah.
As long as it's just like this catchy.
Yeah.
As long as it stays in this like foot tapping, like, hell yeah, this shit's good catchy. If you guys start veering off again, you're gonna lose me.
If you start doing fuck you money again, I'm gone. I'm good as gone.
Yeah, no. I try to forget that record, that era. I honestly, everything. This is the start, the new start for the band for me. Welcome back, guys. So yeah. Nightlife dropped 2 new singles. And another single, Strange Love. Oh my god, why did I struggle with that so much? My favorite is I.O. That shit is so fucking catchy. It is, I mean, they're both fucking ass shakers, but that one specifically more because I feel like it is more dancey, groovy than Strange Love. I love it so much. It's great. And it kind of hits the same nerve as the MOTHICA song that was on it, where it's kind of like that kind of like nightclub woozy feel. So now I would like a MOTHICA and Nightlife collab with these vibes.
Yeah,
that's
agree.
My request.
You know, we're not stealing from each other today, is what it looks like, because I enjoyed Strange Love. I liked I.O., but Strange Love was my favorite of the 2 singles. I just think that, you know, I love a band that can write a mean chorus. I like a song with a mean chorus, and I think that that song really excels there. And the chorus on that song is super catchy and very dancey, and I just, you know, gravitate towards that song. It just it caught my my ear. You know, I enjoyed it in that chorus, man. I could rave about it all day. But this band is incredible. They know how to write the hits.
They do.
And hoping to see more and more and more. They're out on their first full tour, supporting Outline and Color with Fox Cult. So if that's coming through your area, you should go.
Go check them out.
That's a crazy bill. Robbie the Used dropped his debut single, Just a Little Bit. Now, this is Burt McCracken from the Used.
From, you guessed it,
the Used. His new pop side project, which I've been hearing rumblings about for a little bit now. Didn't know if it was ever going to happen, because, you know, sometimes you hear about these side projects that never happen, and this one felt like he just feels like the right guy for this to happen, but still enough out in left field where I'm like, nah, man, that's not gonna happen. But I thought this song was cool. I think that it's a testament to the fact that Burt and the Used write fantastic songs, and it translates in a pop sense that Burt is still a fantastic songwriter. And I enjoyed the song a lot. Allegedly, there's an album on the way and talks of him touring this project as well, which is crazy. But again, the kind of guy that could absolutely do that. Yeah.
This song is for the girls. I'm gonna say that right now. This song is such an ass shaker. It's just such like a girly pop fucking. I'm taking a walk through the neighborhood. I'm waving at my neighbors. It's just a little bit like his voice works so perfectly for pop. It's such a cute little song. It makes me want to like like jump up and like click my heels. Like it's that like much of a happy little cute little song. Um I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Big fan. Barry Tomorrow dropped a new single, Villain Arc. I was not the biggest fan of this. It was just a I'm still getting there. It was a little too heavy for me. Where it was kind of like, and I like heavy music. I like heavy music. But for me, it was just a little too much. It'll grow on me 100%. But just, I mean, it's right after fucking Robbie. Like, how am I going from just a little bit to that? I feel like it was set up for failure in this playlist. But yeah, it'll grow on me. But it was just such a fucking hard right. So it scared me a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed the song. I thought it was good. Barry Tomorrow. I've become a fan of them since their last record, so I was stoked to see a new Barry Tomorrow. Stoked to see what's next from them. Song was a banger. The early November dropped their new single, The Empress. Thankfully, I would assume their last single. There's been a lot of singles off of this upcoming self-titled record dropping on Friday, and Thursday our interview with them drops, where we go all the way in on the album with Ace and Jeff, and Ace's connection stayed pretty stable even though he was in a car, so shout out Ace for having good cell reception.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I enjoyed the song, and I'm beyond stoked for this album to be out on Friday.
Damn right. I liked this song. I like this band, so I'm excited for the album to be out. I'm excited to talk about the album, and go watch the interview if it is past Thursday the 13th.
Yeah.
June 2024.
Yeah.
Drugs, Destroy, Rebuild Until God Shows dropped a new single, Hunger Pangs. Okay. You're gonna give me a look, and I'm gonna have to stand by my word. The main vocals on this song sounds like Julian from Loveless. Just me?
Yeah.
I was just listening to it. I was like, who the fuck? I know this voice. You could have told me that fucking Julian featured on it. I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, that's fair. I mean, he could, because he could do anything. But to me, the vocals, it was freaking me out. And it was so early. And I was like, am I losing my mind? Who is this? And I was racking my brain. I was like, what is that vocal that I'm thinking of? And I was like, oh, it's Julian. So that was me.
All right. Well, I enjoyed the song. I've since Drugs came back, been paying attention to Craig Owens and co over there. But and I was fine with the last record. I thought it was cool. But this is the first Drug song where I was like, holy fucking shit.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I thought that this song was a fucking banger. And I'm stoked to see what's next. Hoping they were cooking in the studio, making a record.
Cooking it up.
Yeah, stoked for more. This song was a fucking banger.
You have to listen to like a Loveless song, and then that song, and then a Loveless song. Dude. I will cut a piece of the song out and put it next to a Loveless song, and then I'll send it. I'm gonna do that immediately after the podcast. So you're gonna hear it, and you're gonna be like, I hear it a little bit. You're only going to say, I only hear it a little bit. You're not going to give me the full, oh, no, you're right. Yeah. I'm getting mad at you just from in my head. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Holy shit.
Left to Suffer and Spite dropped a new single, Make It Out Alive. This is off of Left to Suffer's upcoming record coming out in August. Dude. This is a match made in heaven here with Left to Suffer and Spite, two very heavy ass bands getting on a song together. Exactly what I expected to happen happened. Song's bonkers. I liked it.
Bonkers, incredibly heavy, heavy, very heavy.
Yeah,
very heavy. Yeah. Poppy dropped a new single, New Way Out.
Oh, we're
I
so
loved
fucking
this.
back. We
We're
are
so
so
back.
back.
Only critique is I wish it got heavier sooner. But I'm okay with how it was completely. Yeah. I'm happy she's just not doing pop anymore, or kind of like that pop fusion that she was doing on her last record. I liked Church Clothes a lot. That song was incredible. The rest of the record, not for me. This song, it seems like she's definitely going full alt again, and that makes me so happy.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I wanted things to go after, you know, 2 massive features with some heavy powerhouses with Bad Omens and Knock Loose. This is the no-brainer option, but no, you know, knowing Poppy and the persona and everything, she totally could have been like, here's a weird pop
Here's
song.
A hyper pop album,
here's something weird, and you know, still probably would have eaten it up unless it sucked really bad, like the last record that was really dividing and not great. But all that to say, it took about 11 seconds of me listening to the song to be like, we're so fucking back. And I was sold on the song. Like, I could have probably reviewed it based off that 11 seconds. Because I was just blown away. I was like, this is what I like from Poppy. This is what makes sense based off of the current track record of things going on in her career. And I'm stoked on this song. Big fan, hoping for more, hoping for a record like this, and that this is the start of an album cycle or something. But
it is.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah. She said in an interview, my friend's a big Poppy fan, so we were talking about the song. I was like, I liked it a lot. She was like, oh yeah, in an interview, Poppy said that it's the start of an album cycle, but she doesn't know when the album's coming out yet. It's still kind of up in the air. TBD. But hopefully it's just a lot more of this. This isn't like the random song off the album where she's like, I'm gonna throw the weirdest one out there, and then the rest of it's like fucking acoustic. It's Poppy. She can do whatever the hell she wants. Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Wind Waker dropped a new single, Get Out. It's the last single off of their upcoming record, dropping in July. They'll be in the States by then, touring with North Lane, which is very exciting. That'll be their first time here. So if the tour's coming near you, you should go. I enjoyed this song. Stoked for the record. All of the singles so far have been bangers. Even the ones I didn't like, Break the Rules, have grown on me. So overall, very excited for the album and stoked on this track.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that you weren't like the biggest fan of Break the Rules because you've been singing it. So like it was just the last time we called. It was before an interview, and you're just like that entire time. I don't think we talked. It was you were just fucking singing. And I was like, oh my god, someone's a fan.
Practicing my singing for my side project. Duh.
Come on, man. I love this band. I've loved all the singles. Very excited for the album to come out.
Hell yeah.
Hailstorm and I Prevail dropped a new single, Can You See Me in the Dark. I liked this track a lot. I like both of these bands. More I Prevail than Hailstorm. I haven't really been able to get into, to be fair, either of them, but I am more drawn to I Prevail because I feel like I've been exposed to them a lot more. I feel like we cover them more.
We didn't like the last Hailstorm record at all.
It wasn't a hit, no. But I did really like this track a lot.
Yeah, I thought this track was cool. My problem is, the way it being promoted, with it being a track for their upcoming co-headlining tour, which is again another band that out of nowhere, no one told me they were getting to be so big. I Prevail.
Well, that one, I mean, that kind of happened with the Pierce the Veil tour.
Yeah, well, I saw it coming. Like, those rooms were massive. And, they've always been a pretty decent sized band in I Prevail. Obviously, Pierce the Veil being direct support on that tour helped aid in the sellouts, but I also think that they are fully capable of selling out those rooms on their own, albeit not a fully sold out tour in 0.4 nanoseconds. But I do think that, even at that time, the band was more than capable of selling out a good chunk of those rooms. But it's just crazy because last time, and I'm not catching them on this tour, unfortunately, I have tickets to see Blink-182 the same night they're in Jersey.
I remember that. Yeah.
Womp womp, because I really like to see Fit for a King, but instead I'll be seeing Pierce the Veil, so you win some, you lose some. The last time I saw them, 2000 cap room in Philly, amphitheater co-headlining with Hailstorm next tour. Like, that's just, that don't compute in my head. Now, all that to say, I Prevail don't get the shining light on them in this song that I wanted them to, considering it's a track with the two bands promoting a co-headlining tour. It felt heavier than a normal Hailstorm track, which could be where some of the I Prevail influence came from, not so much vocally, but in the actual production of the song, because it is heavier than what you normally get from Hailstorm, but it felt very Lizzie heavy, with some I Prevail screams in the background, and that was like, I enjoy the song, but it is not what I wanted the song to be, is my problem.
Completely fair. Yeah, no, I hear that.
Because I was really looking forward to, maybe Brian and Lizzie going back and forth with Eric screaming his head off. We just don't get that. It's very Hailstorm focused in the vocals, but they made a solid song, so I can only complain so much. Falling in Reverse and Jelly Roll dropped quite possibly one of the worst songs of the year with All My Life. Sucks balls, but I did see someone online say that, for a rock musician to go even more mainstream, the only logical idea is to go to the most mainstream genre that still has, is very still band focused, which would be country, because country is absolutely blowing the fuck up right now, bigger than it's always been big, but it feels like it's just kind of at the forefront of everything right now. And listen, he did it, and the supporters are eating it up. Even me, who has been like, Ronnie Radke's been cooking, is like, all right, bro, at some point the chaos has got to end, and this is where I'm saying the chaos has got to end. I like the heavy shit, the alternative stuff. You can keep that shit. Not a huge fan of the song. Not the single that I've been coming back to, being like, guys, you just don't understand. He's a genius lyrically and instrumentally.
You never said that though. You never called him a
like,
genius.
Guys, you don't get it. Like, he's just misunderstood. Like,
oh, don't even say that shit. Ew.
Like, no, fuck this song.
So the first 45 seconds, I'd say, of this song are fun. I'll say they're fun, but fun in like this is in the credits of the Emoji Movie fun, where it's like, what the fuck is this song? It's kind of, it sounds like a kid's song, respectfully, something that you'd hear when you're little. I tagged him in the tweet, by the way. So we'll see. I'm gonna choose my words kindly. I'm not the biggest fan of Jelly Roll.
Neither am I.
I fucking hate Jelly Roll. I'm so sorry. I hate him for personal reasons and also for his music. I'm not a big fan of his music. Yeah. And I fucking hate Falling in Reverse. So seeing this lineup was like, wow, this is like the lineup from my personal hell. This is awesome. But again, as I said, the first 45 minutes, I'm like, oh, this
seconds,
is fun.
not minutes. My God.
Sorry. Oh my God. If this was, oh my God. I gotta like be grateful that it isn't 45 minutes long for a second. the first 45 seconds, it's fun, but in like a kids movie fun where like it sounds like something in the fucking Trolls movie. Like it's not real. It doesn't feel real. So, but putting it up against like real music, because this is real, it's a song, obviously. But it's like putting it up against fucking the new Poppy track. It's like it's not even in the same lane. It can't even be compared because it's just like it just feels like he's just fucking mocking his fans. Like you're gonna eat this shit up too.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking stream this shit too because you like everything I put out.
Listen,
Not a big fan.
I've been a big fan of all of the singles so far.
I don't even know how, because the last one with Tech9 and fucking Alex the Terrible was so fucking bad.
That was a fucking banger, dude.
You couldn't even fucking hear Alex the Terrible, and that was the one feature where I was like, his vocals were pretty good. I'm excited, and I couldn't even hear him because he was buried. And then Tech9's part was so fucking lame. I hate his flow. Oh my god,
it was a banger. Like I've enjoyed all the singles so far from the past 5 years. You know, for this album rollout, but this is the one that made me stop and pause and rethink everything. And you know, I still expect the record to sound the way that I think it's going to sound, which is every other song we've heard so far, minus the Last Resort reimagined song, which is obviously going to be what it's going to be, and I wish it wasn't on there. But you know, I just think that this is going to be that out of left field song. It's going to be a skip. I prefer this over like another slow song, you know, because we don't need 2 on a 10-track record. You know, we're gonna see. Been cautiously optimistic this whole time because every time he drops, it's like a 50-50 shot in the dark. This time, he missed completely.
Thank God.
Like,
I mean, 50-50
the
shot
target
for
was here.
you.
He shot over there.
Yeah, no, it's just so. There's just so many emotions that I feel now.
Glory texted me when this song came out because it wasn't even like there hasn't been much lead up, but like there was zero anticipation for this song at all. It was just like boom, there you go, bam. And she texted me and she's like, "We're not covering this. It's so bad." I'm like, "The hell we're not."
I can't wait to put on the playlist. I was like, I'm gonna. Oh my god, it's just so difficult. It's so difficult. Okay. Lamb of God, Kubla Khan, and Male Violence dropped a new single, Another Nail for Your Coffin. Hi, Kubla Khan.
Yeah.
We were just talking about you.
This was, you know, I saw this feature lineup. I'm like, with Lamb of God, going to be bonkers. And I was right. It's pretty bonkers. I like this a lot. I think that, you know, they picked some solid features. You know, I think that Matt Honeycutt's vocals line up very well with, you know, Lamb of God and the instrumentals and the vocals and everything. And I just think that, you know, this makes a lot of sense. And I think it rocks.
Damn right. I thought it was good. I mean, I don't really have much to say. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man.
Thought it was good. Stick to Your Guns dropped 2 new singles, Permanent Dark and Invisible Rain.
These 2 songs are fucking bangers. They announced that they signed to Sharp Tone, which is very exciting. Stoked for more Stick to Your Guns, hoping that there's an album on the horizon. Typically labels don't just sign you for the fuck of it, but stranger things have happened. So yeah, singles were good.
Singles were good. Permanent Dark is my favorite. I love that song a lot. Great 2 tracks. People should drop double singles more often. Big fan. Like this a lot.
Yeah. And for our last topic, Royal and the Serpent dropped 2 new singles, American Spirit and Dog, and this is a continuation of her Rat Trap series. This is Rat Trap 5. We've been enjoying these so far. Glad to see them make a return. I liked both these songs. And I'm just excited for more Royal and the Serpent. I think she's a great musician, a great artist.
Absolutely. Heavy on that, because every song that she's put out, I feel, has always just been a hit. It's been incredible. There hasn't been a song where it's like, I'm like, you should have kept this one in the drafts. Big fan of these 2 songs. Excited for more. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So as I said, that's all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's Good_Noise_Cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Podcast. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. YouTube, Good Noise Podcast. Every audio streaming service, Good Noise Podcast. And Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Gloria's got your Patreon supporters, Twitch subs, your merch plug, your Amazon storefront plug, and your important plugs. And then we're going to sign off. She's going to be talking for a while.
I'm going to be yapping for a minute. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Matt from Pulses, Zari, Jeremy, Pop Punk Apologist, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coaster Lover, and then Matt again from Pulses. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Check out our merch. It is goodnoisepodcast.creator-spring.com. Check out our setup description. It's in the description. You can rate it. You can buy stuff from it. You can be like, oh, this is awesome. Oh, that sucks. Important plugs. Be a decent person. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Free Palestine. And support your band friends when they come in town. Whether they're an opener, headliner, local opener, it's good. Live music is a treat, and I feel like everyone should be able to enjoy it. Oh, did you hear about Youngblood's affordable festival thing? Isn't that fucking awesome? We need more of that shit.
I didn't hear about it. I just saw that festival lineup. That was about it.
The festival lineup, me personally, I would not attend.
Yes, leave something to be desired.
The concept of it, he's making it incredibly affordable to go. Because he was like, I performed at Coachella and it was like $800 for one ticket. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, he was upset over it. So I think we should continue that movement and make live music super affordable and attainable for people, everyone.
Agreed. Shout out Youngblood. Not always a fan of his music, but typically a fan of what he's doing with his platform.
Absolutely.
That's why I continue to follow him on socials and whatnot, because might not like what he's putting out, but I typically like what he's doing, what he's talking about, what he's using his platform for. So I respect for him nonetheless.
Absolutely. Yeah, damn right. Go Dom.
Well, that's all we have today. I have been Shane.
I have been Gloria.
And we've been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.